Iceberg beer. Do I need to say it again? Iceberg beer. This beer was brewed with water that had been frozen in time for 25,000 years, so that brewing water probably fell down as snow when the woolly mammoths still roamed the earth. André Rachel from Newfoundland Labrador in Canada, where they harvested this iceberg to brew this beer, kindly sent this beer over with a bunch more beers. And Andrew said,
Al, you don't have to make a video about it. I just want you to enjoy the beers.
Right? That's not gonna happen. This is Iceberg beer. Let's kick it. I'm Dr. Hans. This is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and homebrewing. And lurking in the shadows, we have Chewy, my friend. I did reach out to Quidi Brewery, who brewed this beer, so I could get some more information about the beer, maybe share the recipe with you and get some more info about the iceberg water. Because, of course, the iceberg water thing is the hype around this beer. But they have not answered just yet, so I had to take matters in my own hands. This is the doctor's book of recipes available for my patrons, aka the brew crew. Iceberg. We have the pizza beer, tzatziki sour, 100% acidulated malt IPA. That was a weird one. Here we have it. Iceberg beer. Ingredients: 1 big chunk of iceberg. Maybe they thought that would stop me.
They call me Dr. Hans. Some men chase whales, others chase fame. But me? I chase brewing water. Not just any water. The kind that fell before the first hop was picked. That froze before the first fire warmed the first mash tun. They told me the best beer starts with the best water, and I believed them. So I rode into the fog, through the cold, toward the silence. And then, there it was, my white whale, my iceberg. I didn't climb for glory. It wasn't for the views. And it sure wasn't for likes and subscribers. I climbed because the recipe said, 1 chunk of iceberg. And on top of that ridge, when I finally held it in my hands, I knew the beer would be worth the climb. Doctor's orders, a white whale, every 25,000 years.
Jokes aside, if Quidi Brewery do come back to me, and if I get the recipe or any other information, I will write it down in the description. Thank you. I got another confession to make. If you know what song that is, write in the comments. My memory card for this main camera is fucked up and I lost a lot of footage. So I'm trying to salvage this video because this is Iceberg beer. But I did have a big camera running and that recorded the pour. Here goes nothing. Thanks God that I did have 2 cameras running because it would have been a pain to tell Andrew to please send another iceberg beer from Canada. But I did find out before I finished the beer. This did have a little tiny white head on it, but it did lose head quickly and it has a slight haze to it. I did find some more information from a secret source. Brewed with pure iceberg water harvested straight from our shores. Iceberg beer is a true taste of Newfoundland and Labrador, best enjoyed really cold. Contains barley and wheat and iceberg water. I do get a slight fruity aroma from the beer. It smells like a fresh beer, almost like Keller beer. Or Swicker beer if you want to call that. The The percentage of this is, I don't have a clue. Percentage is 4.5%, and I do sense that it feels a little bit weak. But why not let the Iceberg be the star in the show? This has completely no off flavors at all. It's a well fermented beer, has a really nice level of bitterness, and you do get some grains there also. When you say Iceberg beer, you would expect this to be totally clear. Wouldn't it have settled in 25,000 years? Just kidding. I do have some more interesting beers from André that will end up in a dedicated video, but this one I will enjoy on my DrHans page for my patrons, DrHans Brew Crew. I was wrong. You can spank me.
I was wrong, you can spank me. Don't you wish your doctor were hot like me? Spank me hard, spank me fast, brewing like it's my last. Don't you wish your doctor were hot like me? All of me, me, pure intensity.
I did have to swirl this up a couple of times during the original tasting because this loose head, and you know, everyone loves good head. Please buy the t-shirt or pick up an DrHans t-shirt. Speaking of weird brewing water, I want to hear from you. Do you have an experience with brewing with like weird water? Have you brewed with swamp water, sea water? Have you climbed an iceberg to get some water? Have you hiked a forest to come to a spring to get some water? There is a spring with beautiful water not too far away, but I have really hard water here with a lot of iron and a lot of minerals, and I have made a video on how to soften that water up. Kind of interesting if you have really hard water. But fun fact, just a few minutes drive away, I have an amazing water source. It's in the next, how do you say that? IPAI?
Yes, DrHans.
How do you say commune in English?
The English word you're seeking is municipality.
Yeah. The municipality, yeah. In the next municipality, I have beautiful water, Haninge water. And it's not by coincidence that Coca-Cola built a massive factory there. So I'm planning in the future to do some brewing water experiments with my hard water, with that beautiful Haninge water, and maybe even Stockholm water to see how much water actually matters. Because this, thinking about it, this could actually be Mammoth Pee in this. Sounds nice. Cheers. See you in the next one. Mammoth Pee. Fuck me.
That's all, beer bitches.